Hey everyone, Sam from United People's TV. How are we doing here after Man United spanked FC Midtjylland 5-1? The game didn't start too well. Midtjylland went 1-0 ahead from that man Sisto again, but that was glorious to watch. Man United coming back like that and emphatically beating Midtjylland 5-1. Yes, we should be beating Midtjylland, but it was a banana skin. It looked like we were going to fall and slip on. They came into the game 2-1 up after that terrible leg in Denmark, and they went 1-0 up on the night. You think, it's going to happen again. Before kickoff, Anthony Martial got injured. That is literally the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Or was it? Because Marcus Rashford took centre stage. This is an 18-year-old who scored for our under-18s this year, scored for our under-19s, scored for our under-21s, and now he scored for the first team, scored 2 goals on his debut. Coincidentally, exactly like James Wilson, because he scored 2 in his debut against Hull City. Now, you can take all your Anthony Martial, you can take all your blockbuster signings in the world. I don't think you can beat an academy player coming through the ranks and taking centre stage. An 18-year-old on a night where United desperately needed some goals up front and Louis van Gaal desperately needed a win, Rashford delivered. I mean, his goals were class. His first one was composed, right foot straight from that cutback from Mata. Second one was even better. Right place, right time. Could have had 3 or 4, had more chances. But there was just great performances all across the pitch. Yes, I'm not going to get carried away for the fact that it was Midtjylland. You don't have to keep taking me down a notch. But when you look at Memphis Depay there, that was by far and away his best performance in a United shirt. And he actually set a record by half-time. After 45 minutes, he had already completed more dribbles than any player had under Louis van Gaal at Man United. And I don't know how many more he made in that second half. Let me know in the comments what you think about Memphis' performance. But Memphis got the goal right at the end there, made it 5-1. It was the least he deserved because it was a fantastic performance from Memphis. I don't know how he only finished that game with 1 goal and no assists, because he laid the ball on a plate for about 4 or 5 times. Herrera missed his header. There was Schneiderlin missed a sitter as well, sort of scuffed his chances. There were so many chances we missed, and we still won 5-1, and we missed a penalty. I mean, that was really good. I'm trying not to get too carried away because yes, it's FC Midtjylland, but fuck man, this team beat us 2-1 in Denmark last week, and we just spanked them 5-1 here, and they were 3-1 up at the time. We came back, and that's what you want to see. You know, being negative, I want to point out how bad Michael Carrick and Daley Bloom were in central defence. I mean, if you look at that back 5 at the start, we've got our replacement goalkeeper in goal. We've got a 19-year-old making his full debut at left back. We've got a right back who's only started 3 times for the club, and you've got 2 centre backs who are 2 central midfielders. So I suppose it was always going to be tough at the back. But Joe Riley, he got a standing ovation when he came off, and I think that was richly deserved. Joe Riley had a really good performance. Varela was 10 times more dangerous on the right than Jesse Lingard was. Go figure that. Lingard was poor, got booked for diving as well. None of that pleased Jesse. I think that probably could have been a penalty, but that's kind of by the by. That's what you want to see from United. You want to see him pummeling shit teams, because Midtjylland are, they're a bad team. Come on. Let's not try and hide that. Let's not try and take anything away from that. It's true. We should be smashing these teams, and we've done it tonight. And one of the really good things I saw there was that we were 5-1 up, and we were still attacking. We weren't happy with it. Just go forward. That gun-ho. That's how Fergie played. You've got to attack. And Midtjylland couldn't cope with us. They definitely couldn't cope with Memphis. He gave his defender twisted blood. He was just amazing. But, I mean, for me, the standout point is definitely Marcus Rashford, because I love watching academy players. I've always watched the under-21s, watched the under-18s when you can. But seeing a player like that who has looked, it was especially with the under-19s in the UEFA Youth League earlier this season. He scored 3 goals in 4 games there. And he's always had that pace and that real class with his finishing. All the way through the under-18s, under-19s, scored his first goal with under-21s, and now he's done that on his debut. He must be buzzing. And rightfully so, because that was a outstanding debut. It wasn't just a nodding at the back post. It wasn't a scuffed goal. It was 2 top draw goals when we really needed some class up front. And what's going to happen this weekend? Is Anthony Martial now injured for Arsenal? If he is, Marcus Rashford's going to have to start up front. And before kickoff, we all had head in hands, and then Marcus Rashford pulled that out. You know, he's going to sleep well tonight. Well done, Marcus, and well done to United, because we went 1-0 down there, and there's been a lot of times this season where that's happened, and we just haven't had a response. We've had a response. That's 8 goals in our last 2 games. Yes, it's against Shrewsbury and Midtjylland, but you can only beat the teams who you've got in front of you. We tried to beat Midtjylland last week, and we lost 2-1 in Denmark. We've done it tonight, and we've done it emphatically. Now, let me know in the comments below what you think about the game. Am I going over the top? Is it just Midtjylland? Shall we move on? What United have got to do is take that momentum into Arsenal on Sunday, which is going to be a huge game. I have no idea who's going to play. We might not have De Gea. We might not have Smalling. We might not have Martial. We haven't got Rooney. We haven't got Darmian. We haven't got Shaw. We haven't got Valencia. I could go on and on and on. Injury problems galore. And, you know, one thing I really want to point out here is, yes, Louis van Gaal and his small squad has really hurt United a lot of times this season, but it's allowed players like Cameron Borthwick-Jackson, Marcus Rashford, Guillermo Varela, Joe Riley, players who otherwise would have never even got near the fringes of the team, are now taking centre stage. And I'm not saying that they're now going to be the best players in the world. We don't need to sign anybody, but you don't see players, youngsters, taking centre stage unless you give them the opportunity. Spurs have seen it with Harry Kane, and look what's happened to Harry Kane now. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen with United's players. Just want to clarify that. But to see United's youngsters come through and put in such accomplished performances in high-pressure situations, because that was a boiler room pressure situation at Old Trafford tonight. It's a bit of a lose-lose. You know, if we win, everyone's going to say, well, you should have won. It's Midtjylland. If we lost or drew, everyone would have been slamming on us. But the players did it, and they did it emphatically. Hats off to Memphis Depay for his best performance in the United shirt. Deserved more than 1 goal. Marcus Rashford for a brilliant debut. And I want to go special mention to our fullbacks, Joe Riley and Guillermo Varela, who both played very well as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We've got Ira at Old Trafford who'll be speaking to fans after the game. So make sure you come back for that. Subscribe to United People's TV if you're new. And hopefully we can do that again at the weekend. That's the real test. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you soon.